Second-ranked team of the country, and we jump to 149 pounds. On the other side for Iowa, Rathjen, and it's Kannon Webster, the young freshman for the Illinois Fighting Illini.
Look at those records. Both these guys having good years. Kannon Webster, true freshman, going up against Rathjen, redshirt sophomore out of Ankeny, Iowa. I was looking forward to this one because these two are fighters. They're going to get after it here, and both of them very talented.
Okay, guys.
They both bring it. Rathjen, a two-time state champion, two-time runner-up from Ankeny. He brings it. He stays in his stance really nice. Webster's always pulling on you, trying to get to something.
Webster himself, a three-time state champion, and coach said he's a grinder, gets after it. Last dual meet against Ohio State. Now that was a couple of weeks back because of the weather, canceled that Northwestern one. But for this Illinois group, Kannon Webster had a ranked win, real nice victory over fifth-ranked wrestler Dylan D'Amelio in a 4-1 decision.
Yeah, in past matches, I like what Tom Brand says from the corner, especially with Caleb. I heard him say, you know, you've got good offense. And, you know, these guys that have this good offense, they need to go out and, you know, pull the trigger, you know, get after it. They've got good attacks. And, you know, if they don't get it, they actually get scored on. They have the kind of firepower that can get the points back and more.
Come on, guys, look to score.
Kannon Webster, like Tim said, 11 wins this year, has been really good. Second on the team in dual points with 15. A couple of those come in major decisions he's been able to pick up down the course of time. 5-0 in these dual meets. Trying to see who strikes first here at 149 pounds. Iowa get to the first couple of matches here. We started at 133 pounds tonight. Back-to-back wins for Iowa, and Kannon Webster trying to get the first points up there for Illinois in the team category.
Oh, nice snap down by Webster. Took that head of Rathjen all the way down to the mat. Both these guys working the head so hard, and you know, this is going to pay off as you get deeper into the mat. It's so hard on the core, your neck. It's so tiring to be able to respond and not react in such a way that it allows you to open up, because both these guys are looking for better looks. They're looking for the angles right here.
Here at 149 pounds last week, it was Victor Vonovich for this Iowa team. He was our Cliff King most outstanding wrestler in that match too. I know you talked to him after the match, and I think he's getting to start here today for Iowa 149.
Good problem to have. The Hawkeyes at 133, we talked about it. Perhaps still haven't determined who is going to be the guy going to the Big Ten championships. And now at 149, the same thing. Rathjen seems to be the guy. He's the guy in the rankings. There's Tom Brand's, one of the best there ever was.
He's got a pretty good record against the Illinois Fighting Illini too. 12-0 as the head coach of Iowa in his 18th season there.
Three-time NCAA champion, Olympic champion. He's won 4 national titles for Iowa as the head coach.
Keep your butt away. What are we doing, guys?
To the feet is Webster. Can he get out?
Improve! No, hey! No. Thank you. Stay on the mat, guys. Stay on the mat.
Webster's still going to be in that down spot as they go back to the center.
Move your hands up to me. Okay, set, cover.
Important right here for Webster to try to get out. Inside 35 seconds. Important for Rathjen to try to get that ride over a minute. Well, he lets him go there after 32 seconds. Preferring to go on the feet right here. Both guys working to get those ties. Nice shot by Rathjen. Good job of defending by Webster. They're starting to mix it up. These guys are not going to back off. pressure release, pressure, you know, and on the release, depending on how they respond, you find your shot that works. Webster looks like, you know, he's a little heavy-footed, but he moves really well to both sides. He's got that right leg lead, but steps with the left leg and tries to pick. These guys know what they want. They're working it.
35 seconds here remain in the second. Webster with the lone escape. That's been the difference in the match so far.
Let's go. Pick it up.
It will be Webster's decision when we're going into the third.
Got to keep those feet moving. You know, the hand fighting. Both of these guys are really good at the hand fighting, but you got to keep your feet moving as well.
Tied up. So the only difference in this one, Webster with the one escape as we head to the final period at 149 pounds.
It's up to the quad start hand control and basically was let go by Rathjen there. And that's the point. Rathjen wants to get up here and even everything up.
Come on, improve.
Tried to roll through it. He's up to his feet. And he will tie the match up at 1. Final minute 40 going to be determined from the feet.
About as even as you can get. Nice job working that head. Little reaction. Drop to the ankle pick there. Deep whizzer there by Rathjen. And nice kick out.
And a stall warning coming against Rathjen.
He'll take that right there. He did a really nice job of getting out of a really dangerous position. Both these guys have had one good shot each. And so now it's a matter of who can execute. Here in the third period, all that work on the heads, looking for those openings. It's a matter of being able to execute late in the match.
Commit to one.
Right there, Rathjen. He should be pushing, and so that he backs Webster out. Get the stall call on him. Lost a little opportunity right there. Both these guys doing a pretty nice job of staying in the middle.
Final 30 seconds here of regulation. A 1-1 match at 149 pounds. Couple of the top-ranked wrestlers at 149 of the country.
Set it up. 15.
Oh, got extended there. Rathjen did, but was able to sit out and face. Coming down the last 5 seconds, looked like we're going to go to sudden victory.
In the first overtime of today's match. Sudden victory, 2 minutes on the clock. First to score wins.
Kind of a half shot extended, but Rathjen back in on the underhook. Good job of keeping position by Webster there. Throw by. Good effort. These guys are getting after it. Keeping good position. Good hustle wrestling. Late, these guys are getting after it. In the 8th and 9th minute of this match. That's why, you know, how you're wrestling right now is how you wrestle every day in the practice room.
This is where those early tie-ups in the first and second period you were talking about come back to. You could just see the energy. Webster trying to turn the corner and get the first takedown of the match.
It's who, they're both young. Who can stay patient here? Stay in your own, stay with what you want. Who can be patient? Nice job there, getting that takedown, little underhook, go around, and the winner, Kannon Webster.
In overtime, Kannon Webster gets Illinois on the board with a decision. At 65 pounds, Michael Caliendo, 16-1 of the year, the sophomore, will face Chris Moore for Illinois. The freshman is 7-5 right now of the season.
Yeah, you're looking at a veteran sophomore, redshirt sophomore, All-American last year, as redshirt freshman at North Dakota State. Really having a great year. He there's Chris Moore, who's a true freshman, having a really nice year as well for the Illini. And but this will be tough for Chris Moore, because Michael Caliendo, since an early loss to David Carr, has been on a roll. Really, just doing a real nice job of gathering and piling up some wins.
Come on, work center.
Caliendo over there for Iowa. He's the lone Illinois native in that probable lineup here today. And he's looking to get on the feet and get the early takedown.
You got 3, 1.
Right in there, real fast, Caliendo. Kind of cool, these guys. They competed only 38 miles apart, and Caliendo and Moore both got state championships, and they were the first ever to win for their schools. Caliendo for Batavia and Chris Moore for McHenry, only 38 miles apart in the greater Chicago area. Both of them, that's really cool.
Tim, we talk about the border battle. Boy, it really is. When you look at it, I mean, how many of these wrestlers are from the state of Illinois or the state of Iowa for their respective team?
It really jumped out at me. 6 of 10 starters for the Hawkeyes. That really says a lot about Iowa wrestling. Illinois wrestling so tough. 9 out of 10 in the starting lineup tonight from Illinois. This is really tough on Moore. Caliendo driving the half, got the arm bar lined up. Oh, this is tough. Nice job fending it off by Chris Moore.
90 degrees.
Got that arm, but now he's trying to turn it. Caliendo. And again, Moore gets his head out.
90.
You know, this is hard for a young freshman to hang in there with that kind of pressure from Caliendo, and it's not easy to do. And but he's got the capability. Chris Moore, they're really excited. He's already ranked, you see, but Caliendo is just he's ramping it up in a really tough weight class, 165. You got O'Toole and David Carr and Messenbrink.
That's the thing, is Moore as a freshman's had to go against a lot of those guys. He's wrestled 6 ranked guys already this season with this lineup and the schedule that they've had.
Great return there by Caliendo, really putting a lot of pressure off that first takedown, making a statement out there.
1 minute remaining.
Just 1 minute left to the first. Caliento's tried a couple of times to turn him. Now he does. And getting a count.
Loading him up. Nice job by Moore. Seeing the opportunity to get away. Gets a fresh start. 48 seconds left in the first period. And finish the takedown. This is a return to the mat that Caliendo had. And so good, hard mat returns are so important. Not just, you know, it's not just the fact that you're staying in control. You take a lot out of your opponents when you do that. Again, Caliendo in on that takedown there, anticipated the roll through, didn't get caught up in a scramble there, and gets the 3-point takedown.
Somewhere Shane Sparks is excited about that takedown, that mat return.
Come on, both guys, give me something.
Caliendo's got himself already 2 minutes of riding time of this first period. He's off to a 10-1 lead over Moore, young wrestler from Illinois. That wraps up the end of the first.
Yeah, 10-1. Caliendo really having his way here. But Chris Moore, this is the opportunity you want. Anything can happen any night. Hey, you know, O'Toole, just tonight, Missouri and West Virginia, Peyton Hall was beating O'Toole, and O'Toole needed a takedown against Peyton Hall to win the match right at the end, you know. It can be your night any night. Shows you how deep this weight class is.
Caliendo breaks the hands, gets out, escapes, and still's got himself a minute 56 of riding time. He's got a 10-point lead right now. He's looking to get back-to-back Tech Falls for this Iowa group. on the ankle.
Yeah, he does a great job of never giving up easy points. He's making more work for everything. He's got the cradle locked up. Going to take the takedown. You know, he just kind of makes Moore feel like there's zero hope in situations like this, so he has to give it up. You're threatening with that cradle. Coach threatening with that cradle right here. And Moore has to fight. And then Caliendo comes around for the 3 points. It's really tough. I mean, this is a great opportunity for Moore to feel Caliendo, to know what it feels like, because you don't give up easy points, you make everything hard.
1 minute remaining. Fire one off, Chris.
Caliendo with a couple of takedowns already. Moore's looking to be the attacker, get his first. With just 45 seconds now remaining in this second period.
Get out of fingers.
You know, right there, of course, he's just being outmatched. Moria's really nice job by Caliendo. Big tech fall win there, but you know, there was fighting more. There's been fighting every athlete tonight. You know, it's sometimes you win when you lose, and what I mean by that is, you know, these guys, Moore steps out on them. He's doing so well.
All right, here we go. 174, Patrick Kennedy, 8-2. He's the 9th-ranked wrestler in the country, taking on Edmond Ruth over there for the Illini, trying to get him on the board again here. 12-1 record for the Fighting Illini. This is one of the top 10 matchups here today between these two. Take a look at our State Farm State of Success. Brought to you by State Farm. 22 dual points, bunch of major decisions. They're looking to try to get bonus points here in 174, trying to get a victory. Edmond Ruth riding a 7-match win streak.
Last time he wrestled an Iowa wrestler, he lost in the blood round to Nelson Brands last year, and so probably wants to get after it and get a win on his side going up against the Hawkeyes right now.
Coach Poe had a joke. Edmond Ruth knows who that wrestler who sent him there wrestles for. He's got a little chip on his shoulder when it comes to Iowa.
Patrick Kennedy does such a good job of hand fighting, the snaps, and that's what he wants to do. Get his inside, get his ties. Heavy on the hand fight.
A couple of guys who qualified for the NCAA tournament last year. There's Patrick Kennedy, who had himself all the way to the Big Ten championships. He was the runner-up at 174 pounds last year.
You know, Ruth is so dangerous. You know, when he needs to, he'll get to an underhook and push you to the panic and turn and turn down. And you know, he could throw. You don't want to go up with him as well. And he's almost impossible to take down. Pretty much satisfied if it's 0-0 after the first period, because he just has a feeling, hey, when the chips are down, I can get that takedown.
Edmond Ruth is just so strong for the top, too. Look at the strength that he has. Coach Poeta told us, I don't know if I've ever wrestled, even when I grab him in the room, I don't know if I've ever wrestled with a guy so strong.
Just kind of the collar tie and hanging right there. Ruth is standing up in that thumb block and take some of that pressure that Kennedy's trying to put on right there. Snap, go.
1 minute remaining.
Both of them trying to find a good look. I mean, I think that Kennedy's working a little harder, a little more intentional to try to find that look and that angle to get a takedown here in the first period. And there, right when I say that, little re-attack and no points. Good reaction time. Boy.
Kennedy scrambles out of it, gets back to the feet. Ruth was in deep, but not enough. We stay at zeros.
Yeah, Ruth dropped in on that single and didn't finish the job right there. He may live to regret that.
20, let's on that top.
Kennedy doing a good job of making Ruth move his feet, carry his weight.
To the center, guys, to the yes.
Get him off your wrist.
Short time here in the first. Both wrestlers still on their feet.
No score after first period.
Dropped in on that single, came up with it, and able to, oh man, almost, he just couldn't secure the hips on the ground. Reaction time given to Kennedy, who was able to hip heist out. No takedown. Real important right here for Ruth to be hard on the ride right here, and Kennedy to get out. Really nice job. Really nice job by Kennedy of getting those hips away and getting that 1 point.
Just 16 seconds stacked up for Ruth. Kennedy was quick to the feet, quick to get out.
All of a sudden, it was almost, 3-0 at the worst, 3-1 there for Ruth, and so he can't waste these opportunities right here. And again, right now, good shot there by Ruth, but good job of fending off the attack by Kennedy.
Work towards the edge of the mat. This time Kennedy was handed in. This is the escape that Kennedy was able to get.
Yeah, nice job of sealing off and getting hand control, getting the hips away and facing, squaring off.
Been the only points of this match so far. Ruth, a couple of times, like Tim said, has gotten in close, but Kennedy's been able to get his way out of it.
Ruth had a couple of great shots too, and really they were good shots that would be takedowns in most situations. It's just Kennedy did a tremendous job of fending off the attack.
Just keep driving your feet when you go. Keep driving your feet when you get in. Short time. You got 20. Good job.
Like Kennedy just loves to pull, snap, make your opponent work. Tiring out techniques when you work the head like this. When you're pulling, snapping the underhook, digging in there, you're where you want to be.
Well, going into the third period, now it's going to be Ruth's chance to get out of the bottom position here and tie up this match at 174 pounds. Kennedy got a early escape in the second. Can he keep Ruth down?
Kennedy up from 165 from last year, as you said, and not exactly where he wanted to be. Probably would rather it be 65. Well, he's ready. He's ready to go wherever they need him, and he has really established himself at 174. This is a big-time test for both these wrestlers. Opportunity for Kennedy here at 174 against one of the best in the nation. Nice single right here, and he covers. Big three-point takedown. Just a lot of grit there by Kennedy. He was able to do what Edmond wasn't able to do on his good shots. Edmond Ruth had two good shots, wasn't able to finish it. Kennedy finishes on the one shot that he had. Down on the single leg, head inside. Nice job there getting up, and instead Ruth doesn't fight it. He starts to, jump away, and Kennedy covers. Really did a nice job at anticipating Ruth kicking away.
Kennedy talked about how much he likes wrestling at Carver Hawkeye Arena, but said, I like even more going behind enemy lines and wrestling on the road. He's trying to get a road victory against one of the top-ranked wrestlers at 174 pounds.
Guys, we need to stay on the mat. We need to stay center.
Good mat savvy there by Kennedy, knowing where he was and keeping and riding, getting a few more ticks off the clock there with the foot in bounds.
Here we go. Let's get set. Cover.
Come on.
1 minute remaining.
Come on, two guys working. Let's go.
Little things, little things. Ruth not being able to capitalize when he had him dead to rights on a couple of those shots, and then
Let's go.
Kennedy was in on that shot. Ruth turned down, Kennedy covered him, and now really got that inside wrist, putting a lot of pressure.
Kennedy's definitely the aggressor. Ruth looks a little gassed here in the third period now.
Yep, and Kennedy usually, Ruth has a great gas tank. Both these guys are able to execute when they're tired, but Kennedy, from the start, has known what he's wanted to do, stayed with the script, and then executed. It's a big-time win for Patrick Kennedy and the Hawkeyes here, and the Hawkeye curse over Patrick Kennedy continues.
2, 3.
Well, Patrick Kennedy picks up the win, gets the riding time, a 5-1 victory here at 174 pounds, and Patrick Kennedy keeps it rolling along now. He's got a couple of ranked wins. He's a winner of decision at 174 pounds.
Just a lot.
197 pounds. Zach Glazier's been really good for Iowa, 16-0 right now, and Jay Braunagel is 5-5 of the year right now for the Illini for the major and a fall.
Jojo Braunagel, the younger brother of the twins who are redshirting, Danny and Zach. They're both redshirting. Zach and Danny have Olympic redshirt year, and so they'll be back next year in the Illini lineup. Here's a guy that's got the Hawkeye fans excited and making a name for himself. Glazier undefeated.
Here's a good look at our advanced stat. It's brought to you by IFS, and 4 duels that have been clinched by Zach Glazier this season already. That Iowa State, the Penn, Nebraska, Minnesota. It's not going to come down to 197 here, but he's done his work when he's needed to there.
Yeah, he's ice cold, and so that's a big deal for the Hawkeyes. Really good fundamentals. Glazier, he's not going to get out of position. He's not afraid to take shots, commit. He'll get after it. Braunagel, he'll throw the kitchen sink. And, once in a while it works, but basics usually win out. And Glazier has been making a season out of really good fundamental basics. He's a goer.
Talking with Coach Poeta, he said, Braunagel a guy that I can tell you this, he's a goer, and I don't know what we're going to get out of him. He'll go, he'll give you all he's got. Not going to be afraid of anybody, as he's got one of the top wrestlers in the country. And an early takedown coming for Glazier.
Good execution by Glazier. Gets the 3-point.
Sorry, guys.
Come on, JoJo, work up.
2 guys working. Let's go.
Glazier's coming off a tech fall last week. Able to get to the legs early, got a boatload of takedowns, and got an early takedown here.
Glazier's just been getting better and better every time out. He's trying to get this cross wrist, trap the wrist, and get the tilt. But he says, okay, it's easy enough on my feet. I'm going to go back to my feet. In on the single, head on the inside.
Take down.
Just drops down looking for the
Did you have 2 there?
near fall. 2 more back points.
2-point near fall, Iowa.
Got a 2 count very quickly that time for Glazier.
Keep working.
And yet again, he's going to let him get back off his feet.
Guys.
Like what he's been able to do on the feet so far.
And he's right back in. If you're going to do that, you do just what he did right there. Right back in for the 3 points. Not letting Braunagel breathe.
Oh.
Out they'll go back to the middle here now. Glazier with a sizable lead in this first period. Then go against Braunagel.
Bottom man set, cover. Sorry again. Hopefully be gone soon. 3.
Escape, Illinois.
Braunagel able to get up, get out. Did he escape that time?
Off your head. Off your head. He's looking for that knee pull.
Point green.
Stalling, Illinois.
Nice shots to both sides of the body tonight for Glazier.
Still nothing.
He's really getting it
Take
going.
down right. You got 3.
Really nice takedown there. He can go to both sides.
Keep working, guys.
Braunagel will keep him down to end his first period. He'll go to the second with an 11-point lead going into that.
Bottom. Red takes bottom.
The brain trust for Iowa there. Ryan Morningstar behind the head coach. Of course, his twin brother Terry Brands over to the left, and Bobby Telford.
Okay, we good? Set, cover.
Consistency is so important in a coaching staff, and they've had a lot of consistency at Iowa over the last decade. These guys leading the way.
Let's work.
18 seasons as the head coach of Iowa. For Tom Brands, he's never lost to Illinois. 12-0 against the Fighting Illini. Glazier got out of there in a hurry to be able to keep that riding time intact. 1:26 of riding time for Glazier.
Glazier doing a nice job of controlling the ties. He's pulling on the head. When Braunagel comes up, Glazier drops in.
A takedown away here for Glazier.
Pushing, and that little run around there, and now trip down.
Take down.
For the mat return. And there's your tech fall.
So another tech fall. That's the third one for Iowa, and Glazier gets it done in the second period. His 6th of the season for Zach Glazier.
Yeah, some really pretty